Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you're easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. For those of you who still remain, today's reading will be on the topic of what are their true intentions towards me. This is for those of you who have someone who is crushing on you and who's trying to talk to you and get to know you, and you just want to know what their true intentions are towards you to make a decision whether or not you will continue to allow them to talk to you, to court you, and even potentially start a real relationship. So you have 4 piles to choose from left to right, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will give you an overhead shot. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your pile, and I will see you in your timestamp. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So your person's intentions towards you. So I have to forewarn you, you're not really going to like this. So before I casted the rest of your cards, other than the first 4 that I had placed previously for your pile to choose from, I had a vision of, I tuned in and I had a vision of this really young boy. Like he seemed early 20s. At first he was laying on the ground, like on carpet on the floor in someone's living room. Sort of chilling, watching TV or watching movies or just basically chilling out. And then I had another vision of him like laying on the sand near a beach with the ocean nearby, just like, getting a tan or just chilling out. So at first I was thinking he wanted something like casual and chill, which he does. And I'm sorry I'm calling him a he. In case it's a she, make the energies resonate for you. But I had a vision of a male, and I also have a man holding a coin here. So I'm just going to continue calling him a he. But of course, if it's a she, make it resonate. I'm talking about her. So this person's coming off really young. They are probably younger than you. I would have a hard time believing that this person is not younger than you. You have more financial security than this person. You either come from a well-to-do family who are in the public eye or whose parents have a pretty darn good job. I'm seeing politicians, I'm seeing professors, and I'm seeing doctors. That's the 3 that I'm seeing. But of course, your parents could be any profession as long as they make good money, or you make good money, you're in one of those professions, or you're in school studying to be in one of those professions. A lot of you guys seem pretty young, or at the very least, it's the person you're inquiring about who's pretty young. He or she is probably still in college. They're definitely college age, regardless of whether or not they're in college. You might be in college with them too, but I feel like they're going to be a little bit younger than you. You're probably studying for something rather large, like maybe engineering, or you might be studying any of the aforementioned careers to follow in your parents' footsteps. And they see you as, and also you're coming off rather popular. You're either coming off popular because of your own merit, because you're very pretty and outgoing, I'm seeing with this B card here, or it's your family. It's like they're known somehow, or you just have slightly more money than the average person around you. You're like, your parents are just much more comfortable. I'm seeing like a kid, early 20s, who like has a mentality of maybe still a teenager, who was just thinking about having a good time for now. But in addition to that, they're also seeing someone who is sort of like their meal ticket. We have this power card here, the grizzly bear with the fish in his mouth. It's like you're a catch. You're pretty, you're popular, you come from a good family, you're studying towards a high paying career, and your parents probably have high paying careers as well. This person who you're inquiring about may or may not be like lazy. This is a general reading. So they may be lazy themselves, or they are indeed like in college. Like I said, I see them at college age studying for something, but there's something about you or your parents who can open up some more doors from them after they graduate, or even right now. Your parents may own a shop, even if it's a coffee shop or something, and they're just like, not only will I be able to sleep with this girl who's really pretty, I'll also be able to get a job at her parents' coffee shop or something like that. It's something like that. It's like a 2-for-1 deal, or even a 3-for-1 deal. It's your family name, your family money, what they can potentially do for this person, or what you can potentially do for this person now or in the future after you graduate from school. It's the fact that you're pretty and as well, and good looking. And also there's something about popularity here. You may run with the popular crowd. It might be like, this is kind of typical, like, oh, she's a cheerleader type of thing. And by being with you, their status is raised a bit. This person is looking a little bit more long term with this horse card here with the freedom. They want freedom. They want things to go in their favor. Now, they're not coming off, okay, again, this is a general reading. Some of them could be just super selfish. Some of them can be, but not all of them are. There is a level of selfishness here. It's not going to go away. This whole reading has a level of, I'm thinking about me, but to what degree is going to vary, because it can be anywhere from, I came from a lesser than I came from a lower income home, and I need to get ahead in life so that I don't repeat the patterns of my family. It could be anywhere from that to, I want to marry well so that I barely have to work in the future, and this person is my meal ticket. Or it could be, this person has networks for the job that I really, really want, the career that I really want. If I stick with them for a couple years, I should get into that company, into this network of people, and then I'll have all I need. And then after that, I won't really need them anymore. It could range anywhere from this. I might do a mini pick a card within this one, just so you can have an idea where on that scale this person lays with you. But I'm seeing like that they didn't really come from a well-to-do family with this orphan card here. And also I'm seeing something about some people, a group of people, again with this community card and this orphan card. They're outside of this group unless they're with you. And it being next to the To Be Fair card, which is kind of like the Justice card, you are going to get them into some company or some group, some popular group, whether it's a business, whether it's a school, whether it's just a group of friends who have networks. It could be celebrities. Maybe your parents are mini celebrities. There's something about you being able to hook them up or get them into some high ranking, some prestigious community or business or company, either now or in the future. This Observer card, again, I'm seeing them looking, it's basically they're looking out into the future, seeing this is what this person can do to me. You see how this fox is looking up at the moon, and you see how there are stars here? You're like a star. You are like a star. So they're looking at the star and they're looking higher up. They're trying to get a leg up. And actually that card, there's a card from this deck called Leg Up. It kind of sort of came out, but it wasn't strong enough for me to take it when I was shuffling. I only take jumpers. And I was shuffling like not the way I usually do, like the side shuffle for a little bit, and it kind of popped out, but not fully enough for me to take it. But that goes to show you, they want a leg up. They want help. They want assistance. And they're hiding this from you with this Truth Be Told card in reverse. You don't know this. You think it's only because you're really pretty and only because you are nice to be around and stuff like that. You may have an idea that it's partially because you're popular as well, but you don't really know the extent of how much it actually is, which is probably why you're at this reading. You're someone who needs to be careful because of your position. So that's why you're probably at this reading, to know what their intentions are before you take them seriously, so that you don't have people who use you. This is like the reading of like a celebrity, or the child of a celebrity, or something, or someone who comes from a well-to-do family, or who themselves makes a good amount of money, who needs to cover themselves from leeches. So yeah, with this appreciation card, again, I'm seeing this person wanting to take vacations, wanting to, hang out in your big house. A lot of you guys have a rather large garden with like some of you may even have a gardener. Your parents pay a gardener to take care of your garden and all that. Okay. So let me see if there's anything else before I do the mini pick a card within this one, just so you can get an idea of where this person is on the scale, because that might make the difference for you. Like, some of you guys may just be thinking, well, everyone's going to be like this, so I have to know how selfish this person really is. And some of you will hear this reading and be like, no, it's a no. I don't care how much they are on this scale of selfishness. I don't even want to be with them. So it's up to you. But before I do that, I'm just going to cast some more cards to see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Anything else that wants to come through? Pile 1. Okay, right away we have woman holding a heart in reverse. I don't think you're going to be happy with this person. Whatever their intentions are, well, I mean, I told you what their intentions are, but I mean, whatever level of their intentions, you're not going to be happy with. So I probably don't even have to do that many pick a card within this one. I think that just answered my question. You're not going to be happy with it when you do find out. And yeah, with this first chakra card, it's all about getting a leg up in the physical realm. It's about finances, it's about career, it's about popularity with this person. Let's see. And we have the cornucopia card. You're the person who can take them on prestigious dates in nice restaurants. You're the one who can take them to nice venues. You're the one who can buy them nice clothes, nice shoes. You're the one who can hook them up with a nice car, a nice apartment even. You're the one who can take them on holidays that they otherwise would not be able to afford. You're also the person who can advance their career if they're serious, if they're not someone who's lazy. You can get them into certain companies. Your dad probably is a CEO of some company or has networks, and if he makes a good impression on you, you can talk to daddy. Daddy can get him his first internship when he's in third year of university, or when he finishes his degree or whatever. That's what it is. And plus, to top it off, you're pretty. I'm seeing this. You're really pretty. A lot of you guys are blonde. I'm seeing that. Of course, I'm not saying blondes are the only ones who are pretty. Evidently, look at me. But with this B community card, I'm seeing a lot of blonde hair there. A lot of blonde hair. Hostilities in reverse. He's tired of fighting. Again, with this orphan card here, with the justice card right next to it, he didn't come from a well-to-do family, or she or he did not come from a well-to-do family. They're tired of fighting. They want to leg up. They want assistance. Which is why it's not necessarily a bad thing to want to get ahead in life, especially when you didn't have the opportunities right off the bat. Like, you come off slightly more silver spoon in mouth-ish, and they don't. They come off like, fish in mouth. Like, they ate, but other than that, they didn't really have enough money for much else. Things that were not really a necessity. They may be hiding it well from you. So that might be another thing that is throwing you for a loop with this reading. They may hide it a bit well. They may have not told you or disclosed to you the extent at which they are lower income level, their family. Like, they may have played up the careers, the professions of their parents. They may have played up some of their older jobs that they did before they met you. They may be playing up how well their marks are in school, or they may have lied about their degree that they're in, like their their program, especially if you don't go to the same school as them. But a lot of you guys do. Or at least you guys are both in school, even if it's not the same school. They may have potentially played up some things and downplayed some other things when they were recounting their life story to you. And we have contract, we have caring connections, we have happy family. Some of them want to go as far as to actually get married to you. I'm seeing with these last 3 cards that I pulled. It's for some of them, they're seeing an end point when they get that career, when they reach whatever level that they want to reach through you. That's the end that they see. Some of them actually want to go as far as actually marrying you and having family with you so that they will be set for life. That's some of them. This is their end goal. So it's not about using you for now. It's about you being their end goal, you being their wife, their husband, so that they can be in this prestigious community that I keep seeing. Some sort of prestigious community, popular crowd, company, business, whatever this is, with a lot of people in power. And if they marry you and if you guys have a family together, it's like they're set for life. Even if you guys end up getting a divorce later on in life, because of the kids, and just because of if you don't sign one of those what are they called, prenups, then they may come away with some money. So I'm just going to still do that mini pickup card within this one, just in case you're interested to know like at what range this person really is. So I'm going to do 3 groups. Just give me a second. Okay. So this is group 1. Ooh. There we go. This is group 2. Okay, group 3. So take your time to choose between 1, 2, and 3. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose. And I will start with 1. So 1, you got attachment in reverse and strategy. Okay, let's put it here. With these 2 cards for this first person, I'm seeing you being very casual, like a very high level plan and low level love. So the scale of plan and its ratio compared to love is at the lower end of the scale. Like this is below 5 on a scale of 1 to 5. So they love you between 1 and 5. And plan is above 5 on that scale of 1 to 10. If you catch my drift, you're definitely more of a plan. You could be replaced with some other person, probably some other woman or some other man in this group that you resonate with being a part of. If, like, say you're a celebrity, for example, or you're the son of a celebrity, daughter of a celebrity, you could easily be replaced by another pretty or handsome daughter or son of a celebrity who makes a similar amount of money. So for love, maybe I'll give this person like a 3 towards you. And for plan, this is like a 8. An 8. And the only reason why it's not a 10 is because you can be replaced with someone else. The whole thing is like a 9 sort of thing. Like the whole plan is like a 9. You are like an 8 because you can be replaced with someone else. Hopefully that made sense. So moving on to number 2. We have Healer of the Ages and Broken Heart. Did I show it to you properly first? Sorry. There we go. Ouch. 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 Okay, let me tune in. Okay, what I'm seeing with this one actually is that, okay, you're definitely high up on the plan scale. So on a scale of 1 to 10 for planning, like how much of a plan you are, you're pretty high. You're past 5 again, like the last pile. But there seems to be more love here than with the last one. Let me try to tune in. You're not as easily replaceable. You're not as easily replaceable. I feel like this person actually really does love you. Or they have strong, I don't know if it's something. It's strong feelings towards you. I don't know if this is like true love. Love is complicated, and it's going to be complicated with this person, but they're definitely more serious about you than with the last one. So let me see if I can give a number. This is coming off a little toxic, this one. I don't know if I can give a scale for love because this is not really pure. This is love with conditions. This person may also have emotional issues. They may have, I don't want to give like some personality disorders, but they're a little clingy. They can be a little smothering, this person. They can be a little smothering. You're like, they see you as simultaneously as like their wife and their mother, or their husband and their father simultaneously. If I had to give a level for love, I would give it about an 8 out of 10, but that it's not pure. I would take that with a grain of salt because this is more of a possessiveness than like true love. So in terms of emotions, I should say, I'm not going to say love for this group. In terms of emotions and attachment to you, it's like an 8 out of 10. You're not as easily replaceable. They have a strong attachment style, this person. Like almost an addictive personality. And in terms of plan, you're about a 7. So there is more raw emotion, slightly more raw emotion than plan, but plan is still high up. This is like a roller coaster. This is going to be a roller coaster. You remember that card I cast, the woman holding a heart in reverse? This is what it reminds me of. This person is going to exhaust the hell out of you. It's going to be more than just them using you for your money, your power, your positions, and what you can do for them. This is also draining your emotional energy. This person is really, it's like they're like a vampiric. I would stay away from this person, honestly. Out of the two so far, even though this person has more emotion towards you than the first group, this person is going to leave you with much more of a broken heart, much more of a headache, and much more of drained energy than the first group. Because the first group, there's less of an attachment style. Okay, I'm going to move on to the last one. You have blossoming abundance, yin and yang. This one actually looks pretty auspicious, but I'm going to tune in before I say some more. This one actually looks pretty auspicious. This person can actually help you, and you, of course, you can help them. This is going to be like a partnership that will work out relatively well. It's like this person is not lazy. Remember I said in the general reading that some of them are lazy and some of them are not. They're hard workers, but they need help. They need a leg up. They need networking. They need to get into this group, this company, this popular crowd that you have ties to. This person is the latter. They're working hard. I feel like if they're not currently in college or university, they already have their degree. They want to succeed in life. They're going to work hard. This person, with or without you, they're going to work hard. And they're not going to like drag you down. If you give them opportunities by hooking them up with some contact, they're going to be very appreciative of it, and they're not going to let you down. If you like help them get a job, you're not going to hear back from your friend or your dad's friend saying this guy or this girl never shows up on time, they're a bad worker, etc., etc. You're not going to hear that. They're going to do well. They're going to do everything to the best of their abilities. So you're only going to hear positive reviews back if you do help them out. So I'm not saying this relationship is going to last long term. And of course, I am saying that they're kind of using you like everyone in this group, but they are serious at least. At least if you do hook them up with a good position, they're going to be diligent, they're going to be loyal to this employer, they're going to be hardworking, they're going to be appreciative of you, they're not going to slander you and drag your name through the mud if you guys do break up. They're always going to have some appreciation towards you and love towards you in the future. So in terms of a scale, in terms of love, this love is definitely more pure than the last group. It's not super attached. There's not a strong attachment, but this is more like friendship. I'm seeing a good partnership, a solid friendship. I think you guys might, I don't want to tell you because then it's general reading, but this would be a good friend, like a good friendship. I'm not sure you should complicate things by making this person more than a friend. This is someone who you might be able to be friends with for years and years and decades to come even. This is even someone who, if you guys do get together and you guys break up, you would probably have no problem hooking them up with one of your friends in the future saying, hey, actually, I know this guy, he's really cool. Like maybe you guys should go on a blind date. Like it's like that. The love is coming off kind of friendship-y with this group. So I'm going to say like a 6 out of 10 on a love scale for you. It's friendshipy with a little bit of like more than that, because they find you attractive and they like spending time with you. You guys get along very well, it seems. But it's very platonic in a way, which a little bit more than platonic. Maybe 7, but it's still platonic kind of. And in terms of plan, a plan is like a 7 as well on a scale of 1 to 10. So like you're like a 7 for them for a plan. But if you don't help them, as long as your reason for it is not malicious and they don't feel like you're just blowing them off, I still see them like being friends with you. Like if something didn't work out, like say you only have one contact and you said, okay, you know what, I'm going to send this person your resume. But if you bomb the interview, I'm not going to force this person to give you a job even though they don't like you in the interview. I'm just going to put your resume through and you're on your own from there. And if they end up bombing the interview or whatever, even if they do well in the interview, but they just get passed over for the opportunity, this person is still going to be grateful towards you for this opportunity. As opposed to the other two groups, I don't know if these other two groups are still listening to this reading right now, but if they are, as opposed to group 2 and 1, if they didn't get that job, for example, that you like what I just mentioned, they're going to blame you for it. This person in group 1 would like probably say, okay, you obviously can't do your job properly, so they're going to leave you and try to find someone else who can not only hook them up with getting their resume through to the hiring manager, but also ensuring that they get the job. This person would like cry their eyes out and maybe even like yell at you. The second person, the second group, if these two groups are still listening to this, which I don't know if they are. And your person in group 3 would say, you know what, thank you for at least sending them my resume. And I learned a lot from that interview process, and I'm going to keep trying, and they would still be friends with you. So this person's more like a friend. It could be more than that. It could be grow into a true love relationship. But for right now, you guys seem like two compatible, like, friends. And yeah. So this person's worth it, but probably as friends, okay? Oh my God, this is like 30 minutes long, pretty much, this reading for you guys. So I'm going to end it here. Those are your messages. I hope that resonated and I hope it helped you. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading. So what is your person's intentions towards you? So before I casted the rest of your cards, I tuned into their energy and I had a vision of you and them and other people on a bus, like a school bus, driving through snow and ice, winding around like near a mountain. And your goal, your projection I was seeing was for you guys to go climb the mountain. And then I open my eyes and then I see this white stag staring right back at me. He looks rather snowy. I'm not sure where they live exactly, if they live in snow, but he looks like he does. The coyote, I know, lives in snow, I think. I mean, I saw a video of a coyote once and he was in snow in BC. So I think they live in snow. I think this stag might live in snow too. And this person wants to have fun. They want to have fun. This person is an adventurer. They want a partner in crime. And they feel like you could very well be that person. You guys probably share the same hobbies. You probably love to ski or snowboard or mountain climb or rock climb or do water sports or do the swimming, which is a water sport, I guess. Especially deep diving swimming. You guys like doing things that are rather adventurous. And they view you as a soul very much aligned with their own soul. Because you two live in a world where people take their work much more seriously than their happiness and their free time and their adventure and traveling and all that too. You guys may also enjoy traveling if it's not snow sports and water sports. But you're kind of, the two of you are kind of like anomalies, and it's not super easy to find people like you. And if you do find people like you, it's hard to find people who have the time to truly live out these fantasies. Now, I'm getting two slightly different groups to describe this person. One of them is a younger person in their mid-20s or in their 30s who has never been married and who hasn't yet fully, I'm going to say grown up in like quotes, because I don't feel like this person should, conform, but I think they've tried the stable 9-to-5 job thing and it hasn't really worked for them, and they said screw it. Like, they're a free soul at heart. There's that group. That's the smaller group of you guys. The larger group, I'm like at least like about 60, maybe 65% of you guys, I'm feeling this is an older person, especially a male, but an older person in general, whether it's male or female, who is probably divorced. They also maybe have kids as well, but their kids are not super young that they rely on them. They are coming off more mid 40s, like around 45, pushing 50 about, or maybe just slightly over 50. So mid 40s or early 50 for like 65 or 60% of you guys. And then the other group is like mid 20s and 30s. For the second group, which is the majority of you guys, like I said, this person is divorced. They may have recently switched jobs, or it's like kind of like a midlife crisis. The second group, because they have I feel like for most of them, they've pretty much been like this for their entire lives, but they have not been able to fulfill these types of adventures and this lifestyle, because they had to conform. They had to get the stable job to take care of their wife and children. They had, I don't know, they just had to conform. And then for others of them, this is almost seemingly coming out of nowhere. They've always been that responsible person. And then now, like around 45, they're saying, you know what, they're having kind of a midlife crisis. So there's kind of like 3 subgroups. And so, yeah. And they feel like you're their partner in crime. They feel like you guys are very compatible. You two love doing the same things. There could also be dancing here. I just had a vision of 2 people like dancing, like dances that require partners, like salsa and stuff like that. And maybe that's where they met you. If you guys both have a passion for something, and they want to fulfill this passion with you. This is the kind of person who would want to like pack up and get one of those campers and go camping or do cross-country trips and stuff like that. The thing is, though, with this Truth Be Told and the Chaos and Conflict card, again with the Unfinished Symphony, a lot of them are divorced. A lot of them are like in their 40s. I'm really picking that up for like a good chunk of the people in this group. There's some sort of dissonance that has been happening for the last couple decades of their life. It's like they tried doing something else, and they probably had to, or they felt like they had to, and now it's starting to bubble up. This is like midlife crisis. It's starting to bubble up, like they missed the old days when they were in their early 20s, or like when they were teenagers before they had like true responsibilities. It's like, and then once they got to college, it's like they couldn't really have this lifestyle anymore, and they're desperately trying to get it back. Desperate, these people. And they feel like you're the partner to help them do that. You guys really get along. You guys, it's just really effortless, the two of you. It's effortless. Now, at the very least, even if this person isn't looking for a romantic partner, which I think that they are, but at the very least, they're looking for an adventure partner, a really good friend, someone who can come with them on these adventures. And they really feel like you're that person. So that's really the main part of their intention. Before anything else, before any love that they may have for you or anything like that, you are their partner for this adventure in their life. You are the partner who's going to help them fulfill these fantasies that they have of just being free and getting back to their youth and doing what they truly love. For some of you, I just saw you are kind of living that dream. Like, you might have a job that's related to that field, whereas they don't. This is coming off like either 2 people in their 40s, or the guy is in his 40s, or the girl, and the other person might be like late 20s. And you're going, especially if you're the one who's in their late 20s and the person you're inquiring about is in his 40s, it's like you're going to help him get back to who he truly is. The person he had to bury for years in his youth. He had to bury this person in his youth. And it's like, here you come, someone who has a job that requires them to be in around swimming pools all day, or requires them to be in the mountains all day, or requires them to be near the ocean all day, or something like that. Or someone who has a job that is remote so they can travel at any time they want, or someone who just has a flexible schedule where they can always go to all these dance recitals or dance classes and competitions and stuff. It's like you are a free-spirited person just like them, and they want to either get back to that if they're a bit older, or they want to continue that if they're younger. But for most of you, I'm really seeing them being older, because we have this chaos and conflict. We have the unfinished business here. By the book, though, that could go either way. They could be younger with this, but even especially with this one too, in reverse. They're tired of all the time that they wasted going by the book, following all these people. They want to end that. They want to get out of that train. Yeah, rest and rejuvenation in reverse. They want to move. They want to do something. They're getting angsty. They want to move. They're tired. They're getting a bit pessimistic. It's like they had responsibilities before, or they tried something before. If they're younger, they may have gone to school for something like safe, and they're annoyed. They don't have anger problems. They're just annoyed at their life. It's like they're in a box. They want to break free. It's like they have chains. They want to break free, and you're going to help them break free. This is very like, I want to be free in the wild type of thing. All these animals here are wild animals that you can't keep in captivity. I mean, they try to keep the orca whales in captivity, but you can't keep an animal that magnificent in captivity. A bison, good luck trying to catch one of those. It's not like you guys don't have any like butterflies or cats, or like even like underneath the deck. I just pulled it up, and look, here's like a lizard. Like, you can technically keep this as a pet. You know what I mean? Like, let me just flip through. Look, I'm flipping through the deck. We have a squirrel. Like, okay, technically you can't keep a squirrel, but you can keep like a bunny. You can keep a bird in captivity as a pet. None of the cards. And look, a dragonfly. It's not really something people have as pets. Look, a turtle. Again, you can keep that as a pet. So you have no cards with no animals that can be ever kept as pets or in captivity, unless it's going really badly with these poor orcas that they're trying to, keep locked up in like swimming pool sizes for their size. Like, it's like trying to keep them in a swimming pool. I do feel like they have feelings for you, but this is really more than just love. This is like you're their soulmate in a way. Perfect person for them. I'm going to cast some more cards, because all I'm seeing, okay, this is definitely their intention towards you, but I want to see like how much love there might be here. But this is coming off as like a friendship, a strong friendship that can grow into something more stable and love. And especially if this person's in their 40s and they're divorced, they might not be ready to fully jump back into a long-term commitment right now. They just want to be free. They've had enough of like having all the fighting that they were probably doing with their ex-spouse, all the responsibilities that they had with their children and their job. They just want to break free. I don't think this person is really... Again, this is a general reading, but I don't think this person's really hung up on you two like getting married and being together like forever. But I don't see them wanting to let you go. I don't see them wanting to let you slip between their fingers, which is why they may be a little bit persistent. And you know what? I have to mention, for this group, because like I said, all these things are like really grand, because I'm picking that up for most of you. If you got this group and it's not something like super wild and adventurous, maybe you're just really into tennis, the two of you. Maybe you're just really into dancing, salsa dancing. Maybe you're just both really into, I don't know, just swimming at your local pool or golfing. It might not be something, it might be something that you can easily do in your neighborhood, and you don't really have to like go up north to the mountains to do or something like that. But it's still going to light a fire inside him or her. It's something they really, really love to do. one of the things they really love to do, and they haven't had the time to do it previously. For some of you, I'm really seeing like they may have at one point wanted to be like a professional in some sport, or a coach in some sport. Like maybe they wanted to be a professional tennis player, or a professional like tennis coach, or maybe they wanted to go to the Olympics and be a runner or a swimmer at some point in their youth, and it didn't work out. So maybe ask them about that, or just wait to see if they reveal that to you. That's further confirmation that this is your reading, and it slipped them by. And on top of it, if you're someone who's actually actively pursuing that, like you might be actively working towards being a professional tennis player, you might be an active tennis coach, or any kind of sports coach or something, they might want to really encourage you to do this. So this person is not going to drag you down in any way. If anything, they're going to lift you up and encourage you to go after your dreams. Because when life gets tough, you know, we can easily forget our dreams. And I feel like this has happened to them. Or they feel it happening if they're a bit younger, if they're still in their mid-20s, they feel it happening. Especially when it comes to professional sports, because if you're not really pursuing it in your early 20s, it could pass you by the time you're like 26. That could be it if you haven't made it yet. So they're going to really push you. They're going to really be your coach. If you need a coach, they're going to help you. They're going to be on your team to do what lights you up, to do what you truly want to do in your life. And here we have, I pulled these two cards and I didn't really look at them yet because I was still channeling and I was still talking. We have Angel of Balance and we have the Temple Path. This is all about your soul purpose, your life purpose, what you truly want to do in life. This is about your life plan, what you plan to do when you came here. And we have the Angel of Balance. It's getting things back into balance. So this person is going to help you achieve your life plan, your life goal, your goals in life, whatever you want to do. This person, especially if they're a bit older, may even help you with school, your tuition costs. If you're struggling to afford your tuition, but you're studying something that you really want to do, or if you're studying to keep up with practices because you have to keep a job at the same time, and you can't make practices, or by the time you go to practice, like track practice or whatever this practice is, practice meet, by the time you go there, you're tired and you're not performing at your high level. This person, if they're capable, they may even help you out financially as well. This person really wants you to succeed because you are like their second chance in a way. You are doing things that they wanted to do when they were your age, they weren't able to do. They may also help you to just do these things, because if you say, oh, I really want to like do this, but I can't afford it. If they can afford it, they're going to just take you with them, and you guys are going to go off to the mountains and do these things. This person, again, I did say something about them being like a soulmate, or coming off kind of like a soulmate here. This card can also signify a soulmate, especially when they come out together. So I think this person is a soulmate for you. If that doesn't mean you guys are going to be together forever. Not all soulmates are together forever, but this person definitely is going to help you with some plan, some goal, some life plan, some purpose. And even if you guys are together for just like a few years or several years, this person's going to make the biggest impact on your life, and you're going to make the biggest impact on their life as well. They're never going to forget you. You're never going to forget them. You guys are never going to regret being with each other, even if you guys don't last forever. So don't worry about the future. Don't worry about that. This person is going to be just that they're a soulmate. They're coming in to help you with something, and you're here to help them with this as well. And it doesn't matter if it's going to last forever or not. Again, with the 6th chakra card, it's like a lot of things about your future, about your prosperity, oh my God. This is another card I associate with like soulmates and the soul, goddess of the moon. It's like kind of like high priestess-ish energy. It's like things in the Akash. Again, with the 6th chakra, this person's definitely a soulmate. They're definitely a soulmate. They might be a twin flame. You guys may end up getting married and being together forever. You very well might, but this is not the reading for that I'm focusing on. Try another pick a card if you want to know if you guys are going to be together forever. But quite honestly, I would not even worry about that. I would take things as they come, because at the end of the day with this person, I absolutely promise you, you will never regret spending the years of your life that you're going to spend with this person. Even if you guys are together for 10 years and you end up like breaking up, or you guys get married and you're together for 10 years and you get a divorce. I don't care if like you're in your 20s now, and by the time you break up with this person, you're like in your 30s or something. And you know, most people, a lot, or not, maybe not most people, but some people, especially women, if they spend a certain amount of time with a man who like doesn't propose, or like they get married, they get divorced, they may feel like they wasted their youth on him. You're never going to feel that way with this person. If you guys don't last forever, you're never going to feel like I wasted the good years of my life on this person. This person will only increase you, and you will only increase them. But you guys could very well end up being together forever. So I think I'm going to pretty much leave the reading at that. I don't know what else to say. This is like a soulmate. This is like written in the Akashic records that you two are going to meet at this time. So give this person a chance, definitely. They have pure intentions. They are as excited for you as you are or will be for them. And with this protector card, they're definitely going to protect you with something. And the abundance card, they're definitely going to help you with, it might be finances, or it just whatever you need help with. You can always count on this person. They will help you. They will protect you. Okay? So those are your messages. I hope that resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. So what are your person's intentions towards you? Okay, so before I casted the cards, I tuned into their energy, and I had a vision of lots of branches and leaves high up on a very tall tree in a forest of many, many trees. And I also had a vision of the sun beaming down on this forest. So what this tells me right away is that your person is looking for something long-term and stable, something happy. They are not really looking to fool around with you. They are looking for long-term stability. And it's, from my understanding, the roots of trees in forests run deeper or stronger than those of trees that are by themselves, or like in parks, or trees that are younger in younger places on the earth, or something like that. So they're looking for something to last the long haul, like forever. Looking for something strong, stable, long-term, joyous, with that sun as well. And then it's also reiterated with your first 4 cards, which were the cards that you chose in the intro. With the ladybug, lots of good luck with this. They're actually crossing their fingers, hoping that this will work out. We have the partnership with Puffin. I think they're like, I don't know what those are, but we have the penguin which is authentic, and oh my god, penguins. My goodness. Okay, you know what? This damn animal. They mate for life. So I'm assuming these 2 animals do that as well, which is why the author put them as partnership and not the penguins. Why can't I say that? Penguins. Because usually penguins are known for being in partnerships for long periods of time. So at least I think that's what I have of them in my head. So this person's looking for something stable. This person's not fooling around. And I want to point out these 2 cards at the bottom here, because you actually got more cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So your Energy Oracle, like, I didn't have enough space for them. So I just want to show you what they are, because they're off camera. So it's the 3rd chakra and the community card. I might harken back to them. And so another thing I want to mention here is that we have this inner knowing card, the goose, and then we also have this deep knowing card. So I feel like intuitively, deep down, this person feels like you very well might be the one. But because we have this one in reverse, I feel like they're not 100% sure about this. And if they and there's also an issue about them trying to get their stuff together now so that you can be there with them in the long term. It's like you popped up at a time that was a little bit inconvenient. And it's like part of them is deep down, they're thinking, well, she or he could very well be the one for long term. But because of the things that they still need to handle right now, they kind of feel like because this person popped up at an inconvenient time, that potentially they may not be the one. So they're still a little confused about it. But if they are, courting you, approaching you, trying to talk to you, which is, I'm assuming they are because you're at this reading, they're not doing that just for frivolous reasons. They're actually doing it because they're serious about finding out if you're really going to be their life partner, their wife, or their husband. So what are some issues that they're having right now? We have this Guardian in the Gate card, and we have the Financial Constraints card. This person's having a little bit of financial issues, but they're definitely working towards it with this Guardian in the Gate card. It's like, it seems like they have some more dreams that they're trying to accomplish before, or dreams that they had expected that they were going to accomplish before their wife or their husband came into their life. They may still be in school with this card, and they're kind of like, well, I don't even have my career set yet. I'm not really making an income yet. This is not the convenient time for my future wife or my future husband to come into my life. If they're not in school, they may have recently started their job and they're still paying off student loans, especially with this financial constraints card. A lot of their resources, their financial resources, are going towards paying off debt, probably tuition, student loans, and they don't have enough income, surplus income, after these bills and things that they have to pay for supporting a new household with this new wife or husband. Some of them may even live with a roommate or something, especially if they're still trying to get their debt under control. So that's one thing. There's something about money here that they're not exactly where they thought where they had imagined they would be by the time their soulmate popped into their life. Now, again, I do see them working towards this with this Guardian in the Gate card here. And you may resonate with this person actually having a very good job and having a high salary and making a lot of money. But it's like the ratio of their salary versus their expenses right now, it's not really adding up and working out to them being able to provide you and themselves with the lifestyle that they were hoping they would be able to provide for their future spouse. Now, we also have, remember these two cards at the bottom here, the third chakra and the community card. This person also seems to have a little bit of a partying issue. Now, I asked for a clarifier of the community card, and once again, in Oracle fashion, I got a bunch of different cards. Actually, one time I got like 5 cards and I said no, like seriously, just no. So I reshuffled and I only got 3 this time, so let's go with that. We got the Door to Spirit, we got Anxiety, and we got the Envy card. This person wants to settle down eventually. This is their long-term goal, but there seems to be some sort of issue here with partying or hooking up, or both. Hooking up with loose women. I'm just gonna say it. They are feeling a little bit ashamed of their extracurricular activities here with these 2 cards, and they are afraid that you're going to judge them for it. Some of them have some questionable exes that they don't want you to find out about. If it's not that they're actively fooling around with people, it's some questionable past to do with women or men who that they're not really proud of and they don't really want you to find out about. So this is a general reading. This could be their recent past, that their partying days, especially if you resonate with this person just recently graduating from like college or university, they may have been a little bit wild during those days, and that may have been like a year or two ago. So they may still have some of these friends from those days, and they're kind of embarrassed about their friends. So yeah, it could be friends as well, but their friends would be privy to the things that they did in the past. If this card is indeed friends and not them like hooking up. But I feel like if it's not them hooking up right now and like just having a problem with this, it's their friends being privy to all their hookups in the past and them still being friends with these people, or them having questionable friends who are into some questionable things. Or it's them having some questionable exes who could pop up and cause some sort of problems, or who could make you think differently about them. And this is causing them a little bit of anxiety. Just thinking that you might find out about these people is causing them a little bit of anxiety. But with this envy card, I feel like they're still actively doing some stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And I kind of want to cast some more cards again, just to like see if I can narrow down a bit more. And that's probably why more cards came out the last time, but I just want to, I'm being a little nosy here. What are they doing? Okay, we have 6th chakra, temple path, cornucopia, woman holding a coin in reverse. I think they have a bad habit of choosing inappropriate girlfriends. Could be boyfriends, again, make the energies resonate with you, but I'm seeing a lot of female energy around a male here. So I'm going to keep, speaking in those terms. It's like they know better. Okay, remember before we had that spirit card, I put it back in the deck to reshuffle. I probably should have kept it, but you saw it, that like door to spirit card. And then here we have also the 6th chakra, and we have the temple path. They know better. This person might very well be religious. They may be from a religious background. Their parents may be very religious. And they are doing things that they should not be doing. Partying too much, drinking too much, hooking up too much. And they know that they shouldn't be doing that. And what they were hoping is that they were probably going to pass their 20s or something doing these things, or pass their college days doing these things. But they had a point where they're like, okay, by the time I graduate, or by the time I turn 30, or et cetera, whatever it is for them, or by the time I find the perfect woman or man, I'm not going to be engaging in these activities anymore. Like they had, like before they were thinking, by the time, fill in the blanks. But that didn't happen. So either they haven't turned 30 yet, and you are popping up now when they're still in their 20s, late 20s probably, but still. Or they haven't graduated yet, or they recently graduated and they haven't stuck to that goal that they gave themselves when they were younger. Maybe they're turning 30 this year, or just it's like either you're popping up before that time when they thought that they would be done with this extracurricular activities, or they didn't stick to that goal that they had made but previously, and now they're feeling ashamed of the fact that they didn't stick to it, and they're also afraid that you're going to find out about it and that you're going to see them as lesser than, because especially if this person is religious, you may hold them to a higher standard, and other people in general may hold them to higher standards than you may hold someone else. I'm just going to take a sip of my tea. Okay. And this is giving them a little bit of anxiety. Remember, we had that anxiety card. They're a bit worried. So they may be hiding some extracurricular lifestyle activities from you. Lots of partying, lots of hookups, lots of alcohol. I'm seeing they're probably hiding that from you. because they're afraid that you're not going to take them seriously if you know about it. So in addition to that, like I mentioned, there's also some sort of financial issue that they're having. I don't see them being like unemployed or out of a job or something like that, but they may not have a job that they expected to have at that point. Like maybe they're working towards job A, they're working towards job A, but right now they're at job B or job C, but it's just like 1 or 2 promotions away, for example. And they're just like, by the time I reach job A, I'm going to, be making enough money that I can have my wife or my husband. But they're like at job B or job C, or like I said, there's some sort of ratio of income versus expenses, debts that they need to pay off, that's making them feel, yikes, this is not exactly the right time for my true soulmate to be coming into my life. But again, with this inner knowing, I feel like they know that you have strong potential to be the one. So they are pursuing that because they want to find out, but at the same time, they're a bit nervous. And at the same time, they know that you are, with this the goose card here, I'm seeing like you were a little bit higher, like someone to aspire to in a way. Someone who maybe is a little bit more put together than them in different ways, right? You may be less put together than them in, say, their finances because they may have a better job than you, for example. But you may be more put together than them in terms of their partying, because maybe you don't party as much, or maybe you don't drink as much. So there may be some, like one of these two that is, or it might be vice versa. Like, you are flying slightly higher than them in some regard, and they see you as like kind of good luck, like someone who can like help them get on the straight path, like fly on the straight path, I'm seeing. And man, I'm seeing like a lot of like the partnership, the authenticity here with the family, and like the vision I had previously with the sun and the forest and the trees. It's really stability that they're looking for. Again, with this observer card, it's like they're looking at you as being the star here. And also like the moon, like someone who can help them with their deepest, darkest secrets. They have some sort of, well, I mean, I just told you what their secrets are. And you might be able to help them with this. And I think they're seeing that as well with that card I'm seeing. Again, with this chaos and conflict in reverse next to this, they're seeing you as someone who can potentially help them get their shit together, like get all this chaos in their life under control. There's something chaotic in their life. Now, one of these two may be worse than the other. This is a general reading. This person may have a lot of debts, but maybe they're not partying as much as I mentioned, or maybe they don't have a lot of debts. Like maybe their income is okay, but they're partying way too much more than they should. But the morality is telling them that they're doing something wrong. Like I said, it could be religion, or just the morality in general, or you could be the religious one and they're not, and then they're like, oh crap, like I know I'm doing things that are against her religion or his religion, whoever you are, and I need to get my crap together. But with the soulmates card, like I said, again, look, penguins. Oh my God, this is so cute. That is adorable. Look, that is so adorable. I love it. I love it. I told you. See, this Colette Baron Reed used the penguins for penguins. Oh my God. She used the penguins for the soulmate card because I told you they're like, they mate for life. That's why, I don't know why this author switched them, but I'm sure this puffin, they mate for life as well. So, but there you go. It's like they see you as a potential mate for life, and this is their ultimate goal. Whether it's you or someone else, their ultimate goal is to settle down and, stay firmly planted on the ground, be stable with someone who makes them happy and who they love, and someone who they can have fun with. But like clean fun, not the kind of like rowdiness that they were used to a couple of years ago, or that they're still used to. They want something stable. And here with this in between worlds, they are transitioning out of either it could be college, university, and into the workforce, or they're transitioning out of an old lifestyle of partying and binge drinking, and maybe like seeing a lot of people at the same time, and into being much more stable and someone who deserves you. But they're not quite there yet. Another thing here, we have this Y card and we have the 2 to C. And they see you as the reason why they could move on from, it might be these old relationships, these people, these old friends as well. If they have friends who are rather toxic and who encourage them to engage in things that they shouldn't be engaging in, they see you as potentially someone who can be the reason why they finally kick these friends to the curb and stop hanging out with them. These people who are bad influences. Previously, they didn't have a real tangible reason other than just, morality, which is kind of like vague. It's not really tangible. Or just their conscience, was, again, it's kind of vague. It's like a cloud you can't pin down. But previously they didn't have anything tangible to cause them and force them and to give them motivation to leave behind these things, these people specifically I'm seeing, but also things and these activities that are not really good for them. And they see you as potentially being the reason why they move away from these people and these things. So that's one definitely important thing. If you guys do get together, sorry about my throat. This is like the third pile, and like one pile I did like 30 minutes long. Okay, so you can actually end up, like, if you guys actually get together, you can be that person who their friends end up like not liking. Like, like some guys who like get a girlfriend and their best friends who have been their friends since like, I don't know, years, don't really like her. You're probably going to be that person, but it's not because you're annoying. It's because you stop them from like always like going out every weekend with their friends and doing like, all the the not so great things that they used to do. Like, you're going to be the girl who like takes them away from their friends. So don't be surprised if their friends like don't really like you if you guys get together, because you're going to be the reason why they're no longer seeing their friends as much as they used to. And you're going to be the reason why they're getting on the straight path and they're taking things more seriously. Like, I see, as soon as I looked here and I saw like someone in a suit, and it's like, you're going to be the reason why this guy is like wearing a suit more often to work or like wherever, like around the place, or dressing better now instead of like ripped jeans and a t-shirt. It's like he's gonna have more style because of you. He's gonna be more responsible because of you. He's gonna sober up because of you. He's going to stop partying every weekend because of you. And you're gonna be the reason why, and his friends may end up resenting that. But like I said, his intentions are to go long term, find someone stable. And we have this woman holding a coin here, so you're definitely someone who has the potential to be stable. And remember, it was next to the cornucopia, so you're someone who has the potential to give him or her a happy, fruitful life. But it's like you're kind of giving them a little bit of an awakening as well. Because remember, again, we had that inner knowing card there, the goose, and we have the deep knowing card here. And then again with these two, it's like, and again, we also had that door to spirit card with the anxiety. You're kind of giving them a boost. So even if you guys don't end up like getting married, you're going to give them a boost. You're kind of a catalyst for them to just settle down and stop the nonsense. And either way, even if you guys do or don't get married and stay together, they're always going to appreciate you, and you're going to be a very sobering influence on their life. You might very well be the catalyst for them to take their spirituality or their religion or both much more seriously. Also, you may be the catalyst for them to take their life plan more seriously, like their goals, their aspirations, the real goals that they had before maybe they settled for like a high paying job that didn't really light them up. They may have other goals that are slightly different, but like they kind of settled a bit. Again, with this, this finances here. And you may be the catalyst for reigniting their goals as well. So I'm going to just cast a few cards just to see if there's any last message that wants to come through before I close out the reading. Another thing, this person may be in another country or another province, and they're thinking that you might be the reason why they move. Okay, we had this card that kind of tried to come out, Goddess of the Moon. You guys are probably soulmates. I tend to associate that with that card, especially when I'm doing like a love reading. It's also your higher self, your intuition, but again, it's kind of like the deep knowing card. It's like, and we also have the 6th chakra card. His intuition is going crazy when it comes to you. His intuition is telling him or her that you might very well be the one, and his intuition is telling him or her, or his or her intuition is telling him or her that they need to get their shit together. They need to be the person who can potentially, like, who can get you. They need to get it together. We have this appreciation card in reverse, and we have storm warning. They have some negativity that they need to clear out of their life, and they know it. They know it. They know it. Okay, we have everything here saying that they know what they're doing and they know they need to stop what they're doing. You might very well be the catalyst for this. And I see this is like a lot of cleaning action. It's like a storm that's coming through. You guys may even like get into a fight. You may end up giving them an ultimatum, and they may choose to finally stop whatever these activities are that they're doing that they're not supposed to be doing in order to be with you. Like there may be like a significant fight that you guys have at some point where you stop talking to them, or you may give them an ultimatum, and that may very well be what causes them to stop focusing on all these negative aspects of their life and flip it over and start focusing on the things that are actually, that can sustain them, that are like nourishing. And then we have the 2nd chakra in reverse. He or she sees this as a partnership that can really, really grow. Like I said, this is another kind of partnership card. It's also about creativity and lust and sexuality. I feel like they're really sexually into you as well. Definitely, I feel like you make their nether parts go wild when they think about you. Definitely. It's a lot of passion here. Definitely. Okay, any final messages? I just had a vision of like candy. So I think they think that you're like very sweet, and they also want to lick you. And we have finally the caring connections. Like I said, they see you as, they really care about you. They very well might even be in love with you. But this seems like something that has the potential. Like, I don't know if they're necessarily there yet, but again, this is a general reading. So this person could be at any like stage of actually being in love with you. But definitely there's like a sexual connection that they have to you. They want to be with you intimately. They see you as someone who can really be their long-term partner. And underneath the deck, we have walking away. You're going to be the catalyst for them to walk away from things that they are doing. This could also be a bad spending habit. Maybe they're not good at managing their money. This is a general reading, so maybe it's not. I'm seeing like heavily here with these two cards. Remember, that's what I was seeing. But it could be where the bulk of their issue might not be here. It might be here with the financial issues. So maybe they overspend or something, and you're going to help them with that problem. So you're going to be a catalyst for them to like walk away from friends, from activities that they do, and people and places and associations that are not very good for them. And you guys could very well like go the distance, and this person's not going to play you. at least not on purpose, unless they like slip up or something. But they are serious, and I really don't feel like they're going to truly approach you with for like something very committed until they actually know that they're ready to commit to you, that they're not going to slip up, because they see you as being someone who needs to be appreciated. And they're not going to they're not going to take this lightly. So if they feel like they still might mess it up, I feel like they're going to kind of still keep you at arm's length a bit. So, and they may keep you at arm's length in terms of like not talking to you as frequently as you would like them to, or they may keep you at arm's length by keeping this like a casual hookup in the meantime until they can figure out themselves. But their intentions are for the long term regardless, okay? So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know if that resonated, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 4. Welcome to your reading. So what is your person's true intentions? So I first have to start off by saying that out of all 4 groups, this group was the most difficult. Your person was the most difficult person for me to tune into, because this person is clouded in a lot of secrecy. So before I casted your cards, I tried to tune into their energy, and I had a vision of red, like a bright red light. And then I had a vision of them sort of on top of you in you know what kind of way. And then when I wasn't satisfied with that, I tried to tune in again, and then I had a vision of like ice blue, sort of like a flash of ice blue color, like kind of like the red color, but like ice blue. And then I had a vision of like a merry-go-round. This person is clouded in a lot of secrecy, and they are hot and cold. When I got that vision of the red color and the ice blue, I heard like what's her name? Katy Perry. Oh my God. I think I'm a bit tired. This is like the 4th group, and like each group has been like a half an hour long. Okay, you know that song, hot and you're cold, you're yes then you're no, you're in then you're out, you're up then you're down, you're running out. You know that song. That's exactly what this person is like. This person is looking for a long-term relationship. They're looking for, some of you guys have a pre-established family. Some of you guys are single mothers with 2 little children here. Or 1, but some of you guys are single mothers, and you have a pre-established family. You're probably divorced. So I'm seeing for a good chunk of you guys, this person's coming in like a big protector. We have this big protector, guardian black bear here, and we also have that dog friend. You see how this dog is like bigger than all the other ones there? Like he's coming through in the background, like almost like a ghost hovering over this well-established family over here. And you know, once again, even if you look at the Sea Otters card, we have this little, that's one of those puffins that I got in one of the other groups. There's a card for them. But this one's on top of a cliff, and then you have the Sea Otters, like, look, this one's cuddling her child. This may be the ex-husband that you have, and then you have this guy, like, hovering at the top. And, like, here it is again. The giraffe with, like, 2 people, like, maybe this could be the mother with her 2 kids. Or it's like, here's the mother, because she has like eyelashes. Could be a girl. There's like maybe the kid, teenager, and then here he is like trying to wedge himself in between. And then here we have again these 2 unicorns, but then these 2 butterflies there. It's like little children there, and it's like the children are like, who are they landing on? It's like they want to land on mom, but it's like he's putting his head over her head, if you see, in like a protective way. And like one butterfly is landing on the mom, and then one like ends up landing on him. I have a hard time believing you don't have children after all that. Again, with this no place like home card. But if you don't have children yet, he wants to have children with you immediately. Immediately, he wants children. He probably already told you that he wants children. I'm going to keep calling him a he because this is coming off as heavy male energy. I have a hard time believing this is a girl, honestly, a woman. But of course, this is a general reading, so make the energies resonate if you want. But this is very masculine energy, someone who wants to come in and guard. But the problem with this is that he has poor intentions. He has intentions that are clouded in secrecy, like I said before, like very kind of high priestess, but high priestess gone bad, like high priestess who does dark magic kind of high priestess. And you're the only group that I actually went and got my tarot cards for, because I only use these 3 decks for all the groups. And because this one was bugging me so much, I just ran and grabbed my tarot cards just to like clarify some things. I was kind of hoping the High Priestess card would have came out, but instead I got this Page of Cups. I got the Magician. Do you see that? The Magician is probably a better card to get than the High Priestess for this guy, I guess, because the Magician can like make things out of almost nothing. The Magician can also make things disappear. Like first you see it, then you don't. So this person probably has a tendency of like maybe saying something and then later on saying, no, I didn't say that. And then you're thinking, did he really say that? Or maybe he gives you something one day and then the next day you're expecting it, or you're expecting it again and he doesn't do it again. And he's like, I never did that. Or like maybe he does something bad and then after, when you bring it up again, he's like, I never did that. Or I only did that because you did that. And you're like, I didn't do that. And then he's like, you did. And then you're like, did I do that? This guy's very magician-y, even more than High Priestess. Because magicians, I mean, I'm not picking on real magicians in real life. I'm just picking on the energy of them. As opposed to the High Priestess. Their High Priestesses are really intelligent. They study the occult. They know what they're doing. Even if they decide to use it for darkness, they are highly intelligent, a real High Priestess. Magicians, on the other hand, could be like bumbling idiots. Usually they're kind of slightly more intelligent, but they're not as intelligent as a High Priestess, not even close. And they just do tricks. They're the kinds of people, like traditional energy. Sorry about that. My window's open. They're the kinds of people, like the traditional energy, who will go to like a carnival and scam you out of your money. Like say, hey, I'm gonna like make this dollar disappear, and like they'll run with it. Or they'll indeed make the dollar disappear, but they're gonna charge you $10 to see the dollar disappear. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's actually a better card to have come out for him. The other 2 cards we got was the King of Swords in reverse. And then we also got the Queen of Swords. This was on the bottom of the deck, but I still took it anyways because I felt like it tied in. Could have been upright or reversed because it was at the bottom of the deck, so it didn't have time to come in. However, I'm going to read this also in reverse energy because this is you. And this is what's going to happen to you if you allow this person to come into your life. Now, with this King of Swords in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse is essentially like a narcissist. And before I even saw this card, everything that I told you before, especially with the Magician, like him saying, oh, I never said that, you said that, or you said this, and you're saying, I didn't say that, he said you did, and you're saying, did I? This is word salad. This is what narcissists do. This guy is a textbook narcissist, and I am reading his energy very clearly. This guy is toxic as hell, and he might even have a sex addiction, because the first vision I had was of that red light and then him like grinding on top of you after the flash of the red light. And here we have this infinite possibilities card. And something else that I saw with that, after establishing the stability here with this guardian and black bear, I see him running off, banging everyone, sleeping with everyone he can get his hands on. And I also heard something else. Oh my God. Be careful with your children around him. Let's just say that and leave it at that. I don't leave your children alone with him for long periods of time, or for a lengthy period of time. Don't trust him with especially if you have a daughter. But even a boy, don't trust this guy with your children. This is an ill. Okay, let's move on. My God. Yeah, he wants to establish himself as the ruler of his little kingdom, okay? With no place like home, like I said. This is an established household. I cannot, like, most of you guys have children already. But like I'm telling you, even if you do, and even if you don't, he wants to have children with you. I don't care if you're like 40-year-old woman and you're like, I already have like my 2 children, I don't want to have any more. He is going to force you to have more children. He wants even more leverage to hold over you. You cannot say no to not having more children with this guy. I don't care how old you are. As long as you still have eggs and you still get your period, you are going to reproduce with this man, and he's going to make you reproduce with him. He doesn't only want to be a stepdad. He wants to be a real dad with you. He wants you to tie you down with his blood, like his DNA. He wants to tie you down that way. Even more, because he knows that one day when you finally wise up to his shit and you want to kick him out of the house, he's the sole provider of the house, so it's going to be difficult to do that. And not only that, you're going to also maybe be pregnant with his kid, or you're going to have a small kid who is his kid, and you might feel guilty like separating the kid from the father. And also he may even take legal action to get custody and make your life a living hell. Leave this guy in the trash. I don't even want to, I don't think this reading is going to be as long as the other ones, because I'm like already ready to like leave this reading alone because it's annoying. King of Swords in reverse. This guy is a big talker. He may be an air sign. He may very well be a damn Gemini. But Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. He may have an air sign or Gemini in his Venus. He may have a rising Gemini or Libra. What sign rules the Magician? I don't know off the top of my head. I'm actually going to Google that, because like I just went there. Okay, so I Googled it. It says the Magician is associated with the planet Mercury, ruler of the zodiac signs Virgo and Gemini. That's exactly why my eyes went right to the Magician after I said air sign and all that stuff. It's like it was calling to me the Magician as well, but I couldn't like remember which sign ruled it. So he may be a Virgo, and a Gemini's coming out strongly twice. Either his ascendant, his sun, or like his Venus is probably Gemini, or he may just have a Gemini heavy chart. He wants you to stay in the house and like be a housewife and cook for him, clean for him, take care of your children, take care of his children, take care of any pets that you guys have. He probably has like a dog I'm seeing, like who like he's not going to get rid of, like, you know, it's his favorite animal companion. He wants you to take care of his animal too. He also wants you to spend less time with your friends and your family, so you're not going to have enough time to go out with them. He's going to insist that you shouldn't be neglecting your children by going out with your friends, because by going out with your friends too often, he's going to say, you're neglecting your children and his children when you guys do have children. Even though going out with your friends might mean like one day every 2 weeks or once a month, that's still going to be too much for him. So he's going to control every aspect of your life, and he's going to like control it with a lot of word salad. This guy, you cannot out-talk this guy. You cannot outsmart this guy. You cannot out-argue this guy. You cannot out-insult this guy. It's a losing battle trying to talk to him. Losing battle. Strong air sign Gemini. Losing battle. Strong narcissist. You have to do it all. He's probably going to make you quit your job, or he's just going to be very overbearing about like what time you're home from your job, right? So like if you finish at like 5, it takes you 45 minutes to get home. Like you can't be home longer than like an hour, like 60 minutes, 50 minutes even, because like, you know, he's going to be counting every like minute that you're gone from the house. He's probably going to accuse you of sleeping around. He may even bring it up that you have like two kids from two baby daddies already. So like you can't be trusted. You've already shown that you can't be trusted to keep your chastity, especially if you had one of your kids as a teenager. Some of you guys had a kid as a teenager. He's going to come off to you as a friend and someone who wants to make you happy. He's going to love bomb you if he isn't already doing that. Dinners, he's going to make you dinner. He may even take you shopping. He's going to text you like every morning, every night, multiple times a day. You're always going to get a good morning text from him and a good night text from him. Some of you, I'm seeing like you guys are going to get a dog together. It's like it's popping out like some dog. He has a dog already, or you guys are going to get a dog together, or he's going to offer to babysit your dog or pet sit your dog often. And there's going to be some sort of pet. It could be any pet, but I'm seeing a dog that's going to bond the two of you together. Like you guys may go halves on a new puppy. So that's going to make it more difficult for you to separate from him, because like he's going to say, that's my puppy. You're going to say, no, it's mine. You know, he's going to try different methods to tie you down. So he's going to start off with some puppy, some dog. It doesn't have to be a puppy, but a dog. He's going to be very nice to your children. He's going to bring them gifts and stuff. May even take them to, take them to, I heard Wonderland. So like, an amusement park, wherever you live, an amusement park. He's going to take them to amusement parks, maybe even Disney World. I'm seeing trips to through the forest. Some of you guys, like your kids, like going to like some of those big like national parks. He's going to offer to take you and your kids to one of those national parks. I'm seeing a zoo, definitely a zoo. And one of those like, water parks, and also like SeaWorld, or like one of those, those places like that, like where there are marine animals, like Marine Land or something. Yeah, a lot of that. He's going to be doing a lot of that. He's also going to be covering some bills for you. You're a single mother. I have a hard time believing you're not a single mother watching this. But like I said, even if you're not, you're going to be having children with this guy, unless of course you'll leave him. But I'm saying if you stay with him and allow him to take up root in your life, because if you're at this reading, you guys aren't actually dating yet. This is the courting stages. This is the beginning stages, which is why this is what this reading is for. And if you allow him to stay, you're going to get pregnant. He's going to complain about having to wear a condom if you try to make him. He might even like gift you a dog or a bird. He may gift you a little pet. Don't think it's going to fully belong to you. It's also going to be his. So we have this co-create card in reverse, based next to the no place like home, and also next to breathe in reverse. He's going to want to set up home with you, like I said, and he's going to feign the appearance like he wants to really contribute a lot to the household. But in reality, he's going to be out and about doing whatever he wants and doing whomever he wants. And I need to stress that, because if you think this guy's going to stay faithful to you, you're deluding yourself. And then he wants to like come home and like have, dinner, like, or he probably would have already eaten out. Dinner's cold. I see him yelling at you like, because you might be busy with the kids, and maybe you made like mac and cheese because your kids like mac and cheese, and he's going to be like, this is not real food or something like that. Like he's going to be very picky, very picky. He's picky about his food. He's picky about what you wear. He's picky about what he wears. He thinks he is very classy, even though he may not be classy. This is a general reading, so he can make any range amount of money. But even if he doesn't make a lot of money, he's still going to be particular about you looking relatively nice. And him looking relatively nice, at least to his eyes. And if, God forbid, someone should come into the house, you're going to have to scrub it from top to bottom if a guest has to come over or something like that to the house. He's going to also try to move into your house or get you to move into his house. If you live in an apartment with like your kids and he owns a house, he's going to try to get you to move into his house. He's going to say, listen, I have like I don't know how many bedrooms, like 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms. And yeah, perfect. I have like 3 bedrooms. Your 2 kids can have their own bedroom, and you can, of course, share the bedroom with me, as opposed to like your 2-bedroom apartment right now where like your 2 kids share a room, you know? And he's going to say they're also going to have their own backyard, because I'm seeing greenery. So maybe he's going to say they're going to have their own backyard, or there's a huge park nearby or something like that. Like he's going to try to entice you to move in with him, or he's going to move in with you. This is a general reading, so it depends on how much of a bum he is. And let's see if there's any final messages. With this thinking woman in reverse, and also I have this door to spirit in reverse. It was off the camera, you couldn't really see it. I see you some of you abandoning some plan that you have, a job or some schooling that you are currently doing, or that you were planning to start doing. There's a reduction in working hours that you're going to have to do. You're going to move from full-time to part-time, or you're going to completely quit your job, because he's going to say, you know, stay home more, and he's going to take care of the bills. So he's going to slowly get you to stop working as much. He may even tell you sometimes, you know, take a day off, take a sick day, or take your vacation. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And it's going to be very fun with this happiness card. It's going to be very fun. Remember, he's an air sign. So it's all about like fun and adventures, and your kids are going to love it. You're going to love it, because especially when you've been working so hard taking care of your kids and you've been alone, someone's saying, you know, take a day off or take a vacation. They take your vacation days, and we're going to go do this. Like we're going to go on this little adventure, like, you know. And everyone's going to be happy. And yeah, he's going to be decreasing your hours at work, or the time you spend at school, or something like that. And a lot of lust energy around him, and you, a lot of lusting. This guy is not really emotionally stable. You see, we have the Page of Cups, but we have the King of Swords. He puts a lot more stake into his words and how he appears to people than his emotional IQ. Okay, let's see if there's any more messages. I'm going to use a tarot since I already brought it out for your group. This person needed the big guns. 3 of Wands. He is looking to plan long-term with you. Like I said, he wants to insert himself as the guardian over your children, or over your life. Even if you don't have children, he wants to insert himself as the man in your life. So the provider and the protector. He's trying to snag you long-term, so that he can have a stable base that he can come back home to when he's done frolicking. He wants the power, he wants the control. I had the power card from this deck come out in another group, so that's probably why you didn't get it. It's probably the only reason why you didn't get it. The Emperor. What did I say? What did I literally say? I said he wants to insert himself as the guardian over your household. We have the literal Emperor here. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. He's going to take his time as long as it takes. This guy is very patient. He's emotionally unstable, so he's prone to tantrums with the Page of Cups here. But with the Knight of Pentacles, he is patient. And he's going to do things little bit by little bit. We had a card drop on the floor. We have the Knight of Cups. This guy is a playboy. He can't be trusted. 1 minute he's hot, the next minute he's cold. And 1 minute he's giving you his cup of love, or whatever he would possibly call love. And the next moment he's giving it to Sally down the street. If this guy ever tells you, like, I'm too tired to do the deed, he's lying. It's because he already got his release from someone else, like that day or the day before, and he can't get it up. Three of Swords in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse. He is trying to come into your home. Do you see that? He's trying to come into your home or set up a home with you to get you to come into his home. And with Three of Swords in reverse, you've had a heartbreak in the past. Like I said, you're coming off as divorced, or someone who like was in a long-term relationship with someone. Maybe you had kids with them and then you guys broke up and you're alone. You're coming off like that. You are alone, and you've had heartbreaks in the past from like past relationships that went wrong, that you thought were going to last and they went wrong. He's going to play on that insecurity, and it's going to lead to nothing but heartbreaks. With this Ace of Wands, he's also going to promise you a lot of things in the future, again with this Three of Wands. So he might promise you, if you stay with me for a certain amount of time, I may even like, put your name on the deed to the house. So like if something happens to me, you and your family will have my house. It will be yours, right? Or he'll say like, I'll even like put you on my will or on my life insurance or something. I don't know if you can put people on your life insurance who you're not married to, but he may say that. And, because if something happens to me, then you'll be set. Or maybe you'll say, if we get married, then I can put you on my life insurance. Then you'll also partially own the house. You'll half own the house. And if something happens to me, etc., etc., etc. We have the Sun card. I'm seeing this as a lot of happiness with... It's fake happiness. Again, with the Sea Otter card, he's going to shower you and your children's lives with happiness that is short-lived. That's also going to come with a lot of darkness. Again, with the two Magician cards that we have, especially with this one, if you see, we have him making fire in one hand. Again, the sun. He can make the sun in one hand, but here's the ice in the other hand, the water in the other hand, to scorch that whenever he wants. He can go hot, he can go cold, like I said with the Katy Perry song. So I think that pretty much covers it all. I'm going to leave this reading here. It ended up being as long as the other ones anyways, even though he was annoying me. So do as you will with this guy. I'm not responsible if you don't listen to me. So those are your messages. I hope that resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading.